All right, Shalom. First, I can start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Shai, by HashemAkakidash, the honors and the elders and the apostles that we will. And salutations to the brothers that's doing truth and sincerity. This is every Muslim should have faith. Makkah, Medina. Let's see what else to say. Okay, well, basically what you're looking at is the Kaaba stone. The word Kaaba in Hebrew means vagina. Muslims bow down to the woman. Muslims bow down to the woman's vagina. I don't give a fuck if you Arab Muslim or Negro, Latino, Native American Muslim, or Edomite Muslim. It don't matter. That's what y'all worshiping. Y'all worshiping the vagina when y'all put y'all head up in that stone. They call it the black stone. Under Islam, one of the gods that Allah go back to is this moon god. If I'm not mistaken, his name was Sin. So I'm going to press play on this video and to go from there.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allah!
Right, so, yep, that's what you do. And that's what Jake gonna be doing too, man. If them Arabs even allow they has to get that close, because Jake gonna be going over there and worshiping with them. So, real quick, the Kaaba. The cube, also spelled Kaaba, Kaaba, sometimes referred to as Al-Kaaba, Al-Musharafa. The honored Kaaba in Arabic is a stone building at the center of Islam's most important mosque and holiest site, the Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. It is considered by Muslims to be the Baytullah, house of God, and determines the Qibla, direction of prayer, for Muslims around the world. Let me see what else. Location in Saudi Arabia, as you can see. Location, Great Mosque of Mecca. Mecca province. Hijaz. Right. Tawaf Mosque. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. The right. Later. Leadership, Abdullah Rahman al-Sudais, president of the affairs of the two holy mosques. I'm not going to go too far into this, but this is according to Islamic tradition. The Kaaba was rebuilt several times throughout history, most famously by Ibrahim and his son Ismail. When he returned to the Valley of Mecca several years after leaving his wife Hajar and Ismail there upon Allah's command. Okay, it says the current structure was built after the original building was damaged by a fire during the siege of Mecca by the Umayyads in 683 CE. Circling the Kaaba 7 times anti-clockwise, known as Tawaf, is a fard rite for the completion of the Hajj and Umrah pilgrimages. The area around the Kaaba where pilgrims walk is called the Mata'af, Right. So, just another religion that's condemned in the scriptures. I'm gonna put the Kaaba stone in it, but they call it the black stone. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna bring it up like that. The black stone is a rock set into the eastern corner of the Kaaba, which is what you seen dude putting his head. And as you can see, it looks like a vagina when you actually look at the picture. It says the ancient building in the center of the Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. It is revered by most Muslims as an Islamic relic, which according to tradition dates back to the time of Adam and Eve. Y'all can read all that yourself. I'm getting straight to the point. The stone was venerated at the Kaaba in pre-Islamic Arabia. Oh, damn, that's what I wrote. That's what I had read. I read that they said that Adam, is believed that Adam put the stone there. Yeah. But I don't know if it says in this. It says the stone was venerated at the Kaaba in pre-Islamic Arabia. It is sometimes considered a Baytul. A Baytul, literally house of God, is a sacred stone, sometimes believed to be a meteorite that was venerated and thought to house a god or a deity. Wow, stupidity. The most famous example is the Omphalos stone in the temple of Apollo at the Greek town of Delphi. Right. So it says, according to traditions, it was set intact into the Kaaba's wall. What? By Muhammad in 605, 5 years before his first revelation. It says, since then it has been broken into fragments and is now encased in a silver frame on the side of the Kaaba. Its physical appearance is that of a fragmented dark rock, polished smooth by the hands of pilgrims. It has often been described as a meteorite, but it has never been analyzed with modern techniques, so its scientific origins remain the subject of speculation. It says Muslim pilgrims circle the Kaaba as a part of the Tawaf ritual during the Hajj, and many try to stop to kiss the black stone, emulating the kiss that Islamic tradition records that it received from Muhammad. While the black stone is revered, theologians emphasize that it has no divine significance and that its importance is historical in nature. All right, fucking stupid. Give me a second. It's okay, the Kaaba stone, the black stone known in Arabic as Al-Hajar Al-Aswad, is a sacred Islamic relic embedded in the eastern corner of the Kaaba, the most sacred site in Islam, located in the Grand Mosque of Mecca, Saudi Arabia. Appearance. Physical characteristics. This is the appearance. The stone is actually a collection of 7 or 8 small fragments of varying sizes, fused together, bound tightly by a heavy silver frame. Placement. It is positioned about 1.5 meters, which is 5 feet off the ground, and is the only part of the Kaaba's exterior wall that is enclosed in this distinct visible casing. Scientific origin. Because the site is strictly off limits to scientific sampling, its actual geological composition remains unconfirmed, while widely speculated to be a meteorite. Historians and geologists debate this theory. It says religious and historical significance. Islamic tradition. Muslims believe the stone dates back to the time of Adam and Eve. According to legend, it fell from heaven to serve as an altar, and tradition holds that it was originally white but turned black over centuries of absorbing the sins of mankind. It says the Prophet Muhammad, Islamic history dictates that Prophet Muhammad personally placed the black stone in its current position in the Kaaba in 605 CE prior to the start of his priesthood. It says the ritual of Tawaf during the Hajj and Umrah pilgrimages, Muslims circled the Kaaba counterclockwise 7 times. Each circuit starts and ends at the eastern corner where the black stone is located. Pilgrims strive to kiss, touch, or gesture toward it as they pass to emulate the actions of the Prophet Muhammad. Right, and I seen this one. I was watching this one TV show that where people went to worship at some type of sacred place, and it's something that they're supposed to touch and kiss, and they all end up catching a disease, a dead disease, and they killed them off because somebody put some type of chemical or a virus on the little stone they're supposed to touch and kiss, and people start dying off. So how about this? That shit happened over there to them. It says theological view. While highly revered Islamic scholars emphasize that the stone holds no divine power and is not worshipped, it serves as a historical focal point and symbol of unity. Right, it's just it's a stone. Motherfuckers worshiping, like it says right here, Deuteronomy chapter 28. I'm going to start at verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh thy God, this for the Israelites, the Black Stars, Native Americans, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Right? Verse 64. And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood. That wood represents Christianity, and stone, that stone represents Islam. They said it's the Kaaba stone. They believe it to be a meteorite. Link it up with Bible prophecy. Our people over there worshiping that because they got curses upon them. Our people created Islam and gave it to the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs. That stone goes back to various different gods, man. Hey, what is it?